So I do want to go ahead and share my pregnancy story with you because it is a kind of wacky. And I just wish women share their pregnancy stories more often. When I was pregnant, there was a lot of things I had to Google and research because women just were not talking about their pregnancy. Okay, so first of all, for me, I walked around about 4 months thinking I was going to have a boy. I had a doctor. I specifically asked that doctor to go ahead and put that information of my gender in an envelope for me so that I can go ahead and have a big gender reveal party, like that's the thing to do. So let me tell you what happened. Why did the doctor's assistant call my phone one day and was like, "Hey Nadine, I just want to congratulate you on your baby boy." You guys already know I tore that ass up. I ripped her a new one. Like, how dare you reveal such vital information like that? You should have at least asked me if I wanted to know the gender of my child before you just went ahead and rambled your mouth off, right? Okay, so I switched doctors. That was enough to turn me off. I go to my new doctor now after taking that Nipt test from the old doctor. I go get a sonogram, and what happens? Girl, was no penis. They could not find a penis in the sonogram. And they were so confused that they were like, well, just listen to the Nipt test. Don't listen to the sonogram. Maybe a penis will grow. I'm like, what the fuck? All right, whatever. So I paid out of pocket. I think I paid about $100 to go get my own gender reveal. And I did find out, in fact, that I was having a baby girl. So now my gender went from boy to girl. All right, fast forward now. I'm in the hospital. I found a great doctor. She's African American. I loved her. I loved her work. My son was delivered by her. So I was like, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna go to this doctor my best friend referred me to, and I really loved her, Dr. Alicia Knight DeBrady. You guys can look her up. So boom. So now fast forward, I'm 9 centimeters dilated in the hospital right now. And then we hit a problem. All of a sudden my doctor starts hearing squishy sounds on the sonogram, and she's just like, okay, something is wrong. We have to go ahead and get this baby out of you, like quick. And so I'm trying to push. And, getting my baby out was my number one priority. I'm trying to push. Then all of a sudden, my doctor is telling me my pelvis is too small. I'm like, what the hell? What do you mean my pelvis is too small to get a baby out? Like, I've never heard of that. Because, naturally, women are supposed to give birth. All right, boom. So she's like, we have to give you a C-section. I'm like, oh my God. And, I'm talking to my boyfriend at the time. I'm like, if this is what we have to do, my daughter is the main priority. Let's just go ahead and get her out, Let's just cut me open and just get her out so she can start breathing and be okay. So I'm on the C-section table, and I felt like I just had to take a big shit. They were like about to put anesthesia in me and start cutting. And I'm like, I feel like I gotta push. So one nurse, she looks at me, she's like, you gotta push? All right, so push. I start pushing, everyone starts chanting, push, 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 push. It was so cool. It was like a crazy experience. And my favorite number is 8, and I am a big believer in numbers. So when I got to the hospital, my room was located on the 8th floor. My bedroom was the 8th floor. When I went, my bedroom number was 8. And then when I went into the C-section room, the C-section room number and my bed number was 808. And my birthday is 88. So I was just like, you know what? Okay, something good is gonna happen after all this. So I end up pushing my daughter out naturally on the C-section table. Now, again, I'm not 100% sure of her gender. Yeah, doctors tell me this, doctors tell me that. So what is she? I scream, what am I having? My doctor goes, I don't know. Because she's like, oh my God, And everybody start laughing. I'm like, what do you mean you don't know? So by then, I did go ahead, and she said it was a girl. They called the time. The time was 8:29. I really honestly believe that they screamed the time that they saw. But my daughter was born at 8:28 at night on July 28th. So it's just crazy. And I also met her father on July 28th. So anyway, fast forward to Nasuko. I had to keep her, I couldn't spend a lot of time with her. Like, I got this quick picture, gave her a kiss. She looked right at me.
She will. She'll be okay. We're all going to get bracelets and we're going to be fine.
She is chilling. Okay. What's good, child? With the winks.
And then they took her away. So I didn't see her. I had to go ahead and recover. My body was shaking a lot. So I did have to sit away from my daughter for 3 hours before my blood pressure went down. My blood pressure had elevated really high. My heart rate was going really high. And I just had to have a talk with myself. Nadine, calm down. You have someone to live for at this point. Like, you cannot go right now. Like, it was super scary. So anyway, we made it through. But then, fast forward, I had to go ahead and see my daughter. My boyfriend saw her first. He was very cool, very calm and collective. But when I saw my daughter, she was in the NICU. I heard they had to take her to the NICU because she had a lot of fluid in her chest. And when I went to go see her, this is what she looked like. So as you guys could imagine, I was like devastated. I thought of all the things that I probably could have done better during my pregnancy that I wasn't doing properly, working out more, you know, just different things. I was really beating myself up during this time after seeing her hair. But you know, my boyfriend calmed me down, my family calmed me down, my mom also calmed me down and let me know, you know, everything is gonna be okay. And my daughter, she was a fighter. When I tell you guys, she pushed through. 5 days out, she was out of there in 5 days. She pushed through. And her breathing at first, we did bring her home. Her breathing at first was very scary because she was wheezing a lot when she would breathe. So we were just like, oh my God, we have to be super careful with her, you know. She couldn't take bottles, so I was breastfeeding her at first for a while. And then breastfeeding, again, it is super hard. I wish more women talked about how hard breastfeeding was versus how easy it is and how you should do it. Again, breastfeeding just wasn't for me. I did try. I was just a little scared that my daughter wasn't getting enough of the food that she wanted. So I did go ahead and start giving her Enfamil. I gave her Enfamil Gentlease for a little while. And then we eventually transitioned to a pescatarian diet. Right now, I don't give my daughter dairy. I don't give her any red meats, any chicken. She eats fish, and my daughter eats everything. She is a beast. But she is developing well, and I am so happy to be a mother. I honestly don't know if I'll ever do it again. But I am happy to share this experience, and my daughter is almost 1. So beautiful. Nasuko Soleil Shade. I love you so much. And that is my pregnancy story. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys can share and take a little something from this. I want you guys to know that you are strong, you are powerful, your voice needs to be heard, especially when you are giving birth. And listen to your body and you will do great. Enjoy, my loves. See you soon.